it seems like I'm always in the car when I am recording, and that's because your girl has been busy. So last night I didn't read that much. I probably read till about the book I'm reading is Prove Me Wrong by Rebecca Bertram, and I think I read to about 35, maybe 30%. The book is really cute book. It's nothing really wrong with the book. It's just not as spicy. It's definitely not as spicy at all. And I mean, I am like 30% into the book. I do kind of feel like we're just really going around in circles with her past trauma. So pretty much, not to spoil the book, if you ever think about getting it, she basically was sexually assaulted when like 3 years ago. So fast forward now that she is now every time she comes in contact with the MMC, which is Noah, she like gets nervous, which is pretty much like a trauma response. And that's to be expected, like when you've dealt with like sexual abuse or you know, any type of trauma or sexual trauma and things like that. So, but it just kind of seems like we've already established that she was assaulted before and that she's dealing with anxiety and she's seeing a therapist. But it just seems like instead of it seeming like she's making progress within the book with like her anxiety and how her interaction is with Noah, it's just like she's still triggered. Like, even though I'm assuming her therapist is working with her on some CBT, which is cognitive behavioral therapy, and she's like educating her on reframing her thoughts and things like that. But it just seems like she's like self-sabotaging, basically, is what it is. She's self-sabotaging. So instead of like learning and managing like her past, it's like every time she's around Noah, she's thinking about something that Ryan, which was like her ex. Why is everyone turning around? It just seems like basically she's just like self-sabotaging. So he's trying to get to know her. He's not. I love like how he is in the book because he's not pressuring her. He's just genuinely trying to be friends with her. He does like her, but he's also noticing that she's dealing with some anxiety as well. So he's pretty much like taking his time getting to know her. But like, she is just making it so awkward. Like, she's just making it so awkward. And she literally had a whole panic attack. It's like, girl, it's like she literally had a whole panic attack when he brought her coffee. So the story is like really, really cute. It's just, I just kind of feel like right now we're like going in circles around like the anxiety and the trauma responses that she's eliciting within the book, due to her, you know, sexual assault history. And I'm just kind of like, okay, can we get on with it? Because I'm like, let's move on. Okay, we've already established this. Can we just like move on? So it's like the book is just like focusing so much on like her past, and it's like, can we just figure out how to move forward? So the book is really slow paced. It's like super slow. It's like turtle slow. And I really just want the book to progress. But anyway, so other than that, I'm pretty much not reading any more of that today. I did read this morning. I woke up like 4 o'clock this morning, and I actually read a little bit, so I'm at like 36%. That's probably all I'm going to read. The review is actually due by I think the 15th, because the book is publishing on the 15th. So I'm really just gonna pace myself and try to just have this arc finished by the 14th, so I can have my review up by the 14th, because I don't think that I'm going to be able to finish this book this week, because it reads so slow, and it's not really like a page turner. So and when I say page turner, like Kennedy Ryan, Jahquel J, like spicy page turners like Shanora Williams. It's not that. I mean, the book has a lot of potential, but it is definitely a slow burn. And I'm just like, right now, where my mind wants to be, it's not. And I'm trying to like read something. I want to read something spicy, something that's page turning. So with that being said, I did finish 10,000 Hours with a Rich Menace. And when I tell y'all, I absolutely loved it. I absolutely loved it. And I just, y'all, to be honest, out of the two books, no, out of the three books, which the first one by Jahquel J, the first series was Homies, Lovers, and Friends, A Brooklyn Love Story. I read 3 of the books of the series. I actually think it's 6 books in a series, because I was looking on the internet and I saw a 6th book. But out of those, I don't even think I can choose a favorite, because I think she's just an amazing and phenomenal writer. Like, her writing style is amazing, like hands down. And it keeps you engaged, it keeps you entertained, it keeps you just flipping the pages and reading or listening. So I actually finished that today, and it was so good. I mean, it was really good. And I definitely love Menace. Like the MMC, I definitely love him. He's very unhinged. He's very unhinged, but that just goes to show you that sometimes with the right person in your life, that you can make some changes. So I love the fact that his character, at first he was kind of like no nonsense, even though he remained like no nonsense throughout the whole book, but some things he learned how to compromise with the right person loving him. And then I just loved how Stevie just came to accept, okay, this is who he is, and either I'm going to stick with him and kind of learn his ways, his personality, his character, or I'm just going to leave. And I just love that they both started to conform me to each other's like character and personality and their habits and lifestyle and things like that. And when I tell y'all, this book had me rolling, this book had me cracking up. It was so funny. Like, just Menace is just, his character is just hilarious. All these trees be out in the road is ridiculous. Like, Jesus Christ. Anyway, so I really don't know what I want to, I do know what I want to read. So I may end up reading like 2 books at one time, because I really want to read book 4 of Homies, Lovers, and Friends. I really want to start book 4 because I did borrow it from Hoopla. So I really want to, it's a bug. So I do want to try to read book 4 and 5, because because you only have like, I think 14 or 21 days to actually read the book if you get it from Hoopla. And then I also want to read Rhythms Blues by Kimberly Brown. And I also want to start Iron Flame by Rebecca Yarros, because I forgot that I requested the dramatization version on Hoopla, and then I ended up getting part 2. So I'm like, oh my gosh. And I've been waiting so long to get the graphic audio version for Iron Flame, because to be honest, Fourth Wing was so good, but Iron Flame, I'm hearing, you know, kind of like 2-3 star ish So I was like, but I ended up buying the book. So I got through Fourth Wing listening to the graphic audio version, because to be honest, I don't think that I would have read like that 500-600 page book. I mean, I probably would have, but I don't know. So basically, I'm going to be jumping back and forth between all these books, because I literally just like, I just want to read all the things, and I know that I can't be the only one like that. So I'm actually getting ready to go in the house, and I actually need to edit a video for my journaling channel. So if you're interested in like journaling and decorating planners, y'all can follow me on my journaling channel, which is Eliza Journals. And I think that's probably what I'm gonna do for an hour, but I really just want to just read. So that's basically like what I'm gonna be doing for the rest of the day. So I am actually on my lunch break right now, and I am 49% in of Don Caselli, which is the second book for 10,000 Hours with the Rich Menace. And when I tell y'all I love it, this book is actually a little bit low key than 10,000 Hours with the Rich Menace. So I can definitely tell there's a lot of childhood trauma, because one thing about Don, which is he's like the baby brother of the family, he has not been able to really come to terms with not basically having parents. And he was basically robbed of being able to have parents when he was younger. So he remembers like very, very little about his parents. And I think with him longing to be loved and his desiring to like have a family is what has really connected him with Navy, which is Green's cousin. So if you've read 10,000 Hours of a Rich Menace, Green is the assistant to Stevie, which is Menace's wife, y'all. But the story is hilarious. I think I really love the first book, but I also love this one too, because this one is like really more emotional and really heartfelt. And I can definitely tell that the driving force between Navy and Dawn is like their desire to just be loved. And I'm really just loving that piece in here, and them being able to identify like their trauma and the things that they're going through it's just like really what's like connecting them. And I absolutely love the relationship that they have. Like, it's super cute, y'all. And of course the parts with Menace is always super funny. So I'm literally 49% in. I really want to try to read at least 100 pages today. I really want to finish the book today. I'm trying to see what else. I'm trying to see what else I can tell y'all without spoiling it. So right now, Don has actually met like Navy's family, and I just absolutely love the way that Navy's family has like this really big connection. When I tell y'all, like, I'm so in love with Jahquel J's writing, I'm so in love. So I'm actually eating lunch, which I know I shouldn't be eating chips, but I was trying to order a salad from Jim and Nick's, but I don't know, for some reason they're like temporarily closed, so I couldn't order a salad, because next week I'm really gonna try to get back in the gym. That's really like my goal, because I've not been to the gym in like 4 weeks, which is why my face is like so much fatter. So like from like my earlier videos to like now, I'm like, oh my gosh, I've literally probably put on like 10 pounds because my face is like fatter and more inflamed. But anyway, so I hopefully when I get off work, I will be able, well, while I'm at work right now, I'm going to be reading a little bit of this during my break while I'm eating lunch. And then, because I have tons of like paperwork to do that has to be like turned in by tomorrow. So that's my goal. I know I'm reading The Ark, Prove Me Wrong, but y'all, I'm pushing that off to the weekend because I really want to get through this book. It's so good. So today is Friday. I'm super happy. I'm actually in the parking lot of Books A Million because I want to go in here and see if they have a book. Forgot the name of the book, but I'll know if I see it. So today is actually payday, but I'm really not trying to buy like a ton of books. I just want to go in here and actually see if they have anything on clearance because y'all know I love the bargain section. So this video is going to be like relatively quick because I'm just gonna like run in here and see if they have anything new on the bargain section, and then I want to try to look for Real by Kennedy Ryan. Like, I have the ebook, but I actually want the physical copy because I love having physical copies of books anyway. So I want to see if they have the physical copy. I think usually when you come into like Books A Million, the books are always like higher here than on Amazon. And the thing about ordering from Amazon, I don't want to wait 2 days. Like, I want the book right now. So that's basically like what I'm going in here and I'm about to do. So I did give myself a limit of like $50 because I can easily spend like $100 in Books A Million. But luckily I actually have a membership and I get like 25% off of anything in the store, which is really cool. So anyway, we're gonna actually just go in here and see what they have. Oh, I want to get this. I remember reading this in school. Oh, look at that. It's gorgeous. It's only $22. So finally home, and I didn't read all day. I did listen to Let Me Love You by Alexandria House. I actually finished that audiobook while I was at work. I've been listening to it since last Friday. I totally forgot to tell y'all about that, but that one is like a really great book. You can actually download it for free on Kindle Unlimited, and you can actually listen to the audio for free with your Kindle Unlimited subscription. So if you love Jahquel and Kennedy Ryan, you will definitely love this series. I think it's the McLean Brothers series, and I think it's actually 4 or 5 books. So basically that first book is just about 2 people coming together, finding love again. And one thing that I really loved about the book that really bonded them were their experiences that they have experienced with their with their ex-significant others that really brought them together. And I really loved how sometimes this book really teaches you that sometimes you can't judge the cover of a book before you actually start reading it, because sometimes the cover can throw you off. And that's kind of how her name was Joe. That's kind of how Joe treated, what was his name? South something, whatever. He's like a rapper. So basically she kind of like prejudged him based on the things that she saw him doing the first time she saw him. But then they just ended up bonding over so many things that they have in common. So I really love how the author just kind of identified some infidelity, second chance at love, breaking down barriers, and all the good romantic things that come with the book. So it was like really good. So I actually ended up starting the second book, which is called Let Me Hold You. I started that before I left work. I'm only like maybe like 1% in, which is like chapter 5. It's starting off really good, where this one, it's pretty much about Leland, which is I forgot the rapper's brother, but I forgot his name. But anyway, so this one is really about his brother, which he is like a basketball superstar. So that's where I am with that. But I am actually still reading Don Caselli, which is the second book of, I don't know if the series has a name, but this is the second book in the 10,000 Hours with the Rich Menace series. And I'm actually 85% in. I'm actually going to take a shower, and then I'm going to finish reading this, because I have to finish reading this because it's gotten like so good. And I don't want to like give y'all any spoilers, but I just love, like I said yesterday, I just love the relationship that Navy has with Landon. Well, Landon is his like whole name, but they call him Don. So I just love the relationship that they have. He's like really patient with her. And I love how sometimes the right person that can come into your life can like change how you view relationships and love. And when I say absolutely amazing, even though the book is super juicy and spicy, it's a little messy too, but this book is a little bit more low-key than the first book, because Menace is a menace. And Don is more, he's learning to be like nurturing and empathetic and romantic. He's learning to love and open himself up to love, like love he's never felt before, because he didn't have like parents to like show him and model for him like, this is what love looks like, this is what a relationship looks like. So he's learning to learn from Navy, like this is what love feels like, this is what intimate moments feel like. We don't have to be having intercourse in order to be intimate with each other. We can hold hands, we can lock hands, we can lay together, we can like listen to each other breathe, and this is what creates those intimate moments. So I'm absolutely loving this, but I'm actually going to get a shower, and then I'm going to get in bed, and I'm going to finish reading this. Hey everyone, so today is Saturday. I am going to be ending my vlog today. Sorry about that, y'all. I gotta like set my video up right. My curls are popping, my little gray hairs are popping. I should have put some black. I have like this black chalk stuff. It's like a black, I don't know if y'all know, but I used to wonder why my mom used to use it when she was like getting gray hair, but it's like this stick you can get from the beauty supply store, and I actually bought one, and it covers like well, I use it to cover my gray hair so that I look a lot younger. But anyway, so that is not what y'all are here for. We're actually here to wrap up my weekly vlog. So I did finish Don Caselli's book. Yeah, book 2. So I did finish book 2. I finished it this morning because some reason, I don't know, I fell asleep last night and I only had like 10 pages to read, so I don't even know how I fell asleep, but I ended up falling asleep, and I did finish it. And when I say, y'all, I love the ending. The ending was definitely predictable. It's actually what I expected, and I really just love how Don, or Landon, whatever, but I just really loved how he ended up finding love within Navy and her family, and I absolutely loved Menace. Y'all, he is a mess. Like, if y'all have read 10,000 Hours of a Rich Menace, y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. Like, anytime his part came up in the book, it was always a joy to read. It was always so funny. So not only is it like romantic, but it's also a comedy as well, because Menace and Stevie's parts are always the most fun to read, because it's like they're the same person but they're different. So I absolutely loved it. It is definitely something that I would recommend that you read. However, if you're not into open door books, then don't read this. So I'm just gonna tell y'all that right now. But the spiciness is probably, in this particular book, the spiciness is definitely like a 5. Because there's a lot of intimacy going on. So if you're not into open door, don't read this. However, I just absolutely love that Landon was able to just open up his heart and accept love and actually understand, like, this is what love feels like, this is what love looks like. And I love that he understood that he deserved better within the book. And even though he was going after a certain girl, he now realized at the end, like, I think my brother was telling me this for my protection. And even though he kind of felt like his brother is always running everything, but it's just that Menace, he just knows a lot, and he's the oldest. So he's the oldest, so he feels like more responsible for his siblings and their well-being, because y'all always know it's like a parent. Some parents, sorry y'all, my lips look dry in the camera. But like parents, some parents know like what children should and should not be doing, and they care about their safety and well-being. And Menace basically just cared about his brother enough to say, you don't need to get involved with that. And now at the end, he's understanding why his brother actually did the things that he did in order to protect him. So I absolutely love the book. The book is called Don Caselli, and the first book is 10,000 Hours with a Rich Menace. If you're into like spice, urban fiction, love conquers all, trauma, grief, and there are some trigger. I would say that there is one trigger warning. I would literally say a trigger warning is grief and loss. So if you enjoyed this week's vlog, give me a book emoji in the comments. Until next time, thanks for watching. Bye, y'all.